So overall, very happy with the challenge system, and I'm very happy with how the camos look as well. Super clean, a huge step up from Vanguard, definitely, both in terms of how to get the mastery camo and what it looks like itself. This is a huge dub, boss man. Activision devs do not play their own game. It's not your dad doesn't support you.
You should know, you worked at a coffee shop, you stupid bitch.
My name is Casey, and absolutely not fucking Tanner, because my parents don't hate me that much.
Hey, did they have just 8 patches lined up, but they just didn't release them because they were on break? No, you moron kids.
Then we'll, of course, get into it. Change your fucking name and get scammed. He's feeling under the weather.
I probably won't say another word until Stay Humble, so have a good pod, Raz. I'll be here listening.
Got it. One day, 8 hours, 25 minutes, and 15 seconds, man. We are live! Welcome, pigs, to the Dropshot, a Call of Duty podcast, episode number 274. My name is Casey, also known as Razinon. I am joined by, once again, my good little bud, Tanner.
Good little pig.
My good little fuck pig. How's it going? How was your little parfait?
It's going.
Parfait?
This is really good.
Parfait.
Highly recommend the Albertsons parfaits, guys. If anyone's looking for a nice little breakfast treat.
Parfaits,
$3.99, full of strawberries, great yogurt, thick granola, thick crunchy granola. Looking for sponsors, Albertsons.
Yeah, and yeah. Well, and we will, of course, get into that. Welcome to the show. Today, we are not talking about parfaits. We're talking about Call of Duty. And today is a good day to talk about it because we did get some very good news.
Some poggers news. Wow.
Some good news from Activision. So that is, I mean, this is a celestial event. The likes of which are very rarely seen on Earth, in this universe, in this corner of the multiverse. So I'm very pleased to get into today's episode. I don't know if we have a lot to talk about, but the things we do have to talk about are very exciting. So that is going to be both fun and exciting.
Yeah.
And let's fucking get into it. But first, we have a couple of announcements. First announcement. MW2 comes out tomorrow night, the time of recording this, 27th. Did we get official confirmation, by the way, that it's 9 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow?
We've had that for a month. Yeah.
Okay. So it'll be coming out at midnight on the 28th. Okay, cool.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's announcement number 1. The game's almost out. Announcement number 2. Welcome to our new patrons. We got a lot of upgraders this week, which is both fun and exciting. First of all, Austin S., a new gold patron. He went to patreon.com/thedropshot and signed up. Thanks, Austin. Appreciate that. We have Justin C. I don't know what that last name is, but change it, and it's fake. Upgrading to platinum. Love to see it. We got another upgrader as well. Desert Rat 84. Yikes! Desert Fuck Pig 84. Yeah, upgrading to Damascus. I don't know what from. He wanted that extra behind the scenes content.
Desert Rat. Wow. That guy absolutely lives in Southern California here. I've probably seen him out there.
Yeah, a Desert Rat would have to be West Coast, right?
Desert rats are like people that like are into boats, typically take their boats to the fucking, the river, Havasu, or
river
like
rat,
like a dirt bike rider. Those are usually the desert rats.
Yeah.
Gets drunk while riding his dirt bike, crashes, kills someone. That's a desert rat, yeah. So he's probably murdered someone, yeah.
And natty ice.
Probably a known felon.
Water. Yeah, that's probably true. So shout out to you, pig. And welcome, and thanks for the upgrade. We got a new annual gold patron, Stephen M. Absolutely go. Getting that discount of unamount. I don't know what amount, but thanks, buddy. And another new annual upgrading Damascus patron, Robert DC. Absolutely fucking go, dude. Change it also. Welcome aboard, new frog. Your newfound Damascus powers. Appreciate that. All of you, thank you for joining. Thanks for the upgrades. Patreon.com/thedropshot. Best way to support the show. We do bonus eps. We do early access eps of the regular show and ad-free episodes as well of the regular show. So if you want to support the program, if you want to get some bonus content, head on over to patreon.com/thedropshot or thedropshot.com. And you can find links to the Patreon from there and links to everything else we have as well. We also got a number of new YouTube members. Officially, these are called Friends of the Pod. That is the membership name is Friend of the Pod. So welcome to our new YouTube members. Benji, Who Knows, Eric B, Bean Dip Boy, change it, Go Crazy Jax, Nick C, Ryan W, and...
What the fuck?
I think it's Graham.
That's a Scottish boy right there.
That's Scottish as fuck, yeah. When you're
my
spelling
God.
words wrong, you're Scottish.
Just on purpose, yeah.
Yeah, that's a disaster of a way to spell Graham, but hey, welcome aboard, our new friends of the pod. Now, we've been getting quite a few messages that...
Wow, it is Graham. Holy shit.
I can't be a YouTube member. The button's not there for me. Okay. Well, there's nothing I can do. I don't know what to tell you. So get a new computer, get an Android. I don't know, man.
No, we need to look into this. We need to look into this, or maybe even contact someone if we can't figure it out at YouTube, because a lot of people have the button and we just don't. So I was thinking at first, maybe it like takes a day to get there or something. But I don't know. Or maybe it's like only like big partnered YouTube streamers get it, because the people I checked were like Tim, Swag, and they all had the button. When you go to their YouTube page anywhere,
on
you can
iOS,
just hit.
You mean?
Yeah, you can just hit the join button, but ours is just non-existent. Like you have to do it from a PC.
Yeah, maybe if you update your YouTube app, if you're an Apple pig, it'll show up for you. Because the join button is there. Some people are able to join. You just can't do it on iOS for some reason. And it might be because that iOS app, like the functionality to do it on iOS. No, that wouldn't make sense, because then why would you be able to join Tim the Tapmans?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm on it right now. I still can't join it. I have no idea.
So, I guess we'll have to, maybe I should write that down, actually. We should probably look into that. Let me see.
Yeah, I think more people actually end up watching on mobile than desktop anyways. We've been told this a lot. So, to make up for it, though, you can always go to thedropshot.com and just donate. So, that works.
Yeah, and be a patron and all those things. But anyway, welcome to our new Friends of the Pod. Appreciate that. YouTube membership, another way to support. We're not offering really any bonus content there yet, but eventually we will be. And these, these benefits that we offer there will probably be different than the benefits what we offer on Patreon. So, depending on what we offer, you might want to do both. You might want to pick one or the other, depending on what you want out of the program. But for now, it's just another really nice way to support. And it's better than a Twitch sub, so for the same cost to you. So if you had to pick one or the other, pick YouTube, pick Patreon, honestly, because then you actually get something out of it. But beyond that, I would say YouTube would be next in line. So thanks to all of you. Also, Aussie Boy with the tier 2 offline sub. Don't get those often, but thank you very much, Aussie. I got
one too. Thank you, Aussie.
I couldn't find however many months it was, 28, 24, too long, get scammed. And thanks, buddy. Yeah. Aussie Menace with the resub. Much appreciated. The tier 2 as well. I'll be on his podcast soon.
Soon, TM.
Go to my Twitter and see my retweets for the date. I have it on my calendar.
Yeah. I'll be on it too next year, like in January.
I'll be on it next
I'll let you guys.
year,
I have to DM him back. Yeah.
So
Raz is on it very soon.
Shout out to Aussie Boy.
We'll let you guys know when he's on there. What do you think he's going to ask you?
CS pod. Yeah, that's a fucking great question.
I don't know. Ask you your sense,
my sense, my DPI, my monitor distance coefficient. He could.
Yeah.
I am very curious what we're going to talk about, because I have no fucking idea. I want to go in blind too. If he asks me to send me questions, I'm going to say no, pigs, spit gif. I'm going in blind. I want to be unprepared. I want to just hear what happens. But yeah, I'm curious.
Piece of shit. That's interesting.
Yeah, I'll be a drunk little pig, but that'll be fun. So anyway, thank you, Ozzy. Much appreciated. Also, got a nice little offline dono from Cody Blue Carp. Change it, obviously. Who said, so this time I could see the message. No rhyme or reason, by the way. Don't know. Sometimes I can see the message. Sometimes it doesn't want to tell me. Sick fucking website, Elon, you stupid bitch. So this time I saw it. For the Call of Duty Little Caesars DoorDash, fuck your fat faces with those breadsticks for me. Gave us a very generous 20 United States dollars straight to the PayPal.
Wow.
Nice little offline Chad dono.
You don't have to cook dinner tomorrow, honey. We're getting Little Caesars.
We're getting Little Caesars on DoorDash for $20. So let's see. It's $7.99 plus $300 to get it delivered. So that helps. Hey,
it almost covers the tip, yeah.
Almost tax, yeah, almost.
Tax in California.
Shout out to Gavin Newsom. So, Cody, thank you, dude, for the offline dono. I appreciate it. Tanner doesn't because he's ungrateful fundamentally. But if you guys wanted to donate offline, go to dropshot.com, find a donate link. Or if you're here live, click on a link that says donate. It's all the same link. So, goes to both of us, unfortunately. So we would appreciate that. So thank you, buddy. And again, reminder, by the way, this Saturday, we're doing our first ever official YouTube live stream podcast on the 29th. Modern Warfare 2 First Impressions. It's going to be a fucking banger. Tanner and I have now done some YouTube test live streams, kind of making sure everything works. We don't have everything sorted out, but it's up and running enough such that we can do a stream podcast. So that's what we're going to do on Saturday. So the dropshot.com/live will not work. If you want to watch live, you got to go to the YouTube, youtube.com/the Dropshot podcast. You can just search our name on YouTube as well and you'll find it. Or you can go to our website, click on YouTube. You can find it that way as well. Subscribe, turn on notifications so you'll know when we go live. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very much looking forward to it. The YouTube test live streams went quite well. Relatively few issues. A couple of things we still need to sort out. And there are still a couple other little back-end things we could do to improve the quality overall. But in insubstantial ways that aren't going to matter to most of you guys. So just things like the description and other settings like that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Be there on the YouTube. Our website live stream will not work on YouTube for now. And if you're in the Discord, I have it linked so that when you see on Saturday, we're live with the MW2 review pod, you can just click the link in Discord and it'll take you to the YouTube. So you can, if you're in the Discord, just click the link when it comes up on Saturday. But that's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, that doesn't matter anymore. And then what else do we got here, Tanner? Any other
announcements? Okay, I have an announcement. If you live in Australia or one of those other shit countries where they're doing this Burger King deal where you get an operator skin, I'm dead serious. Someone DM me who lives in Australia. Go to Burger King or whatever the fuck you guys call it. It's like the Baconator combo in Australia. Buy the combo so you get the code for the operator skin that wears the little Burger Town shirt and has a nice little mustache. Send me that code and I'll send you money. $15, $20, whatever it was. I want the skin. I'm willing to pay for it. Please go get the combo.
Send us the code and we don't pay you.
Oh, I'm not giving you a dime until you send the code. So don't say, oh, I'm on my way, send me money. Nope, not going to do that. Get your goddamn meal, eat your Baconator, which American Baconators are better. Get the code and send it to me, and then I will pay you. You're not getting paid up front, though. Get fucked. But seriously, if anyone wants to do that, DM me on Twitter or Discord or something, because I want that skin, and it's not available at U.S. Burger Kings.
Now, I have a better proposition for those of you living in Australia. As a friend of the pod, as the man of the people that I am on this program. Here's what you're going to do instead. You're going to go you're gonna fly to Australia, or if you already live there, this will be a little easier for you. You're gonna go to, what is it, Burger King? You're gonna get the fucking thing. You're gonna get the code. Okay. You're gonna give me the code. Just me. You're gonna DM me the code. You're not gonna give me any payment information because I won't pay you. I'm gonna reply to that code with a spit gif, and I'm gonna say, thanks for doing your duty, pig. And then I'm going to insert the code, and it's mine now. And you're not getting a dime out of it. And then I'm going to give you our donate link, and you're going to give me money on top of it. And then what do you get in return?
Nothing.
You get the knowledge that I have a skin I don't even fucking want, and I'm using it, and Tanner won't have it. That's what you'll get out of it. Which is frankly, a bargain on your end. I mean, this is worth far more than a fucking Happy Meal. So do that. That's my proposition.
It's called Hungry Jacks in Australia, by the way, for you Australians. Hungry Jacks. Go ask for the COD combo. Give me the code now. Someone do it. ASAP, please. I want it.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll take the code as well. I will not be paying for it. I don't care enough. I don't even know what it looks like, so... Do you get like it's just an operator skin? Is it like a weapon blueprint too?
It looks like a guy. He like doesn't have body armor or any of that trash on. He has a shirt on that says Burger Town. It's like a plain short sleeve white t-shirt. He has
Burger
pants
Town.
on.
That's pretty dope.
He has a thick fucking mustache, really thick mustache, and then he's wearing like a helmet, like a military helmet. And that's it. It looks dope. Does he have
sunglasses?
I believe he does. Yes.
The helmet kind of ruins it for me.
Let me see. Oh, here.
Let me see this media. I'd love to see a piece of media here.
Let's see if this works. Here we go.
Oh, he got it working?
Best image I can give you. See?
That's a good image. That's a solid image.
See the little Burger Town t-shirt?
Okay. Yeah. He's got a
nice
little
stash.
rig on, too.
He's got an M32 headset. I think that's a Fast MT helmet. A mustache.
Oh, now we're at double XP, too. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So let me know.
Yeah, let us know. Anyway, other than that, any other announcements? Oh yeah, our latest Patreon episode went up. It was a great episode, and it was a prep episode for MW2. So for all you patrons, this is available at every tier. We did an episode on preparing, how you should prepare for MW2. So some things you can do before the game comes out. Some things you should do when the game comes out, and then while you're playing the game, some things you should do. We went into quite a bit of detail on it, actually. So beyond the pre-launch prep stuff, there were a couple things to talk about there. We went through like what your class should look like. So all the perks, the guns, the streaks, the field upgrades. It's actually pretty simple to when you really think about it, what your class, like pretty much all your class should look like. We had a really spicy, fun, and exciting unkillable sniper class as well.
Oh my God. We're going to drop a double nuke first day.
That is going to be the absolute meta for sniping. So shout out to us for coming up with that idea. And then we also did a bit on, in that episode, camo grinding tips. A lot of which is probably moot now, which we will get into. Still some valuable info in there, and I think still some of that will apply to this year's camo grind. However, some of it won't. And honestly, that's ultimately good news, depending on what changed, which we'll get into. But it was a really fun episode. It was a really good episode. And even if you throw out the camo grinding shit completely, even if that was totally irrelevant now, which I don't think it's totally irrelevant, it was a good, solid ep that I think will have a lot of utility. So for all you patrons, that is now live. I quite enjoyed it, and we'll have one more little ep coming up this week. We will be recording it tomorrow. It'll come out, depending on the topic, I might even put that out tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah.
If it's relevant, because you guys might want to listen to it before the game comes out. But again, that depends on the topic. We're not 100% set on what we're doing for our last episode, but we do have one more coming out, and keep your eyes for that. How did you enjoy our last Patreon episode?
Oh, I thought it was
You
great.
think we
Yeah.
fucked up?
Oh, yeah. It's the worst episode we've ever recorded. It's being deleted. None of it matters anymore. No, but yeah. It's not really our fault. The camo grind has been basically the same for the last, well, very similar for like the last 4 or 5 years or so. And then they decided to really, really change it up this year, which we'll get into. So a lot of that, unfortunately, doesn't matter anymore. We did not expect that at all, but I think it's for the better anyways.
We didn't expect Infinity Ward to make a good decision. So, yeah. Oops, our bad.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So, that's that. Other than that, I mean, the game's coming out soon. So, no real announcements here. November is going to be fucking insane for the podcast. The Saturday eps are going to be goated as fuck. Thursday eps are going to be super helpful. And the Patreon bonus eps are going to be really fucking good too. I'm really, really excited for our content next month and for December. I think both of them are going to be fucking insane. And a lot of fun. So if there's ever a time to join the Patreon, it's now. Let's just put it that way.
It's pretty crazy too, because we're only going to have like literally 2 Saturday episodes before then Warzone comes out.
I know.
It's so soon. It's so soon.
I know. It's going to be popping off over here in this corner of the internet. And I'm very excited, dude.
In this corner of the internet, but yeah.
Yeah, well, if you're listening to the jingle, here it is.
You always try to get me, it just doesn't work.
I didn't get you that time, yeah.
Boomer! Oh, shit. There you go, we'll play that again. Boomer, thanks for the tier. Well, I hit the button, not forgetting that it would cancel the song. Yeah, I forgot. So I don't ever get subs. I forgot. Sorry, I can't hit that button. Chris, thanks for the tier 1 for 24 months in a row, 26 total. When's the next Overwatch stream? Never, of course. Thank you very much. And who knows? I'm expecting to see you guys on YouTube. I subscribed there, but I guess I get scammed again for 19 months. True. We'll be there Saturday, though.
Absolutely true.
And that Burger King combo is live in France as well. Who knows? If you want to get us that Burger King combo for that operator skin, let me know. Let me know. Thanks, guys.
All right. Welcome to the program. Got some things to talk about today that are substantive and good, which is amazing, dude. I fucking love it. Contrary to popular opinion from you fucking dog shit members of the community, I love to say good things about Call of Duty. I love it. Unfortunately, there is very seldom occasion to, very, very rarely is there an occasion for me to say something good about Call of Duty. But despite that, I love when I can, when I'm afforded the opportunity. And today, I am pleased to report I'm allowed to say some good things about Call of Duty. And I'm extremely excited for it. So let's dive into this bitch. Okay. First things first, the preload, pre-install is at least live on PC.
Everywhere.
For Battle.net. So I would assume everywhere.
And Steam, yeah. It's live everywhere now. They did get it yesterday, console, so we got it today.
Okay, so now every single person can now pre-install Modern Warfare 2. So go boot up your machine, your video game machine, and start installing it. I already had the campaign installed, and it was another like 58 gigs on top of that. So
it was an amount of gigs, yeah.
Yeah, so if you're in a shit country, do it now, and it'll be halfway done by launch in, what is that?
32 hours.
32 hours, yeah. So there you go. Get that started. But yeah. Patch notes changed already in effect. Don't care. Didn't even look. Hey, I don't care. I don't care what they did to Vanguard. I don't care what they did to Cold War. I don't care what they did to Warzone.
They didn't do anything anyways.
I'm sure they didn't. Yeah. I looked through, my TL, my usual sources. I didn't see a goddamn thing. But beyond that, I didn't go looking because it doesn't fucking matter. And it turns out I've already done my last Warzone stream gameplay. I've already played my last time playing Warzone.
Did you?
Yeah. So I guess we didn't get any little... you know what? Maybe we'll get a little Warzone send-off event still later. We might. We probably will.
We should.
So I guess I will have to play it one more time. Cringe.
Yeah, I don't want to either. We won't.
I will. I have to.
You won't.
I gotta. Yeah, Tanner won't because he.
No, I'm saying you won't. You're saying you will, but you specifically won't. You will not.
Oh, you're saying I won't.
Correct.
Interesting. Okay.
Neither of us are going to. I'm just admitting that I'm not going to.
I will.
Okay.
We had some good times in Warzone 1 for all of its for its innumerable faults. We had some good times there.
Yeah.
And part of the fun was how much of a fucking shit show disaster that dog shit game was. So anyway, whatever. Yeah, you can pre-install now. So now let's get into the better stuff, the news and upcoming changes. Some MW2 information. And our first link here is a look at callofduty.com/blog, baby. So, by the way, let me say this as well. I want you to enjoy Call of Duty communicating with you while it lasts, because this is going to end soon. By 2023, you'll hear Call of Duty talking to its consumers once a season. So we're getting like a lot of blog posts. We're getting intel drops. We're getting tweets. They're replying to feedback. They're communicating that they understand and heard our concerns and to go fuck ourselves in many cases, or we're looking into this in some others. Enjoy that now while it's lasting, because this will stop rapidly as soon as the game comes out. I would expect Warzone 2 is going to come out, so they're going to continue to talk to us for there. By December 7th, they're done talking to us. So
why do you think that?
They do it every year. Every single year, this is what happens. We've been baited.
I don't know. They spent the last year giving us too much information. Raven's told us too many things, if anything.
Well, they did good patch notes. I wouldn't call that good communication necessarily. Although, to be fair, you are kind of right.
I mean,
Raven
they ran like polls and shit for like votes on what the playlist would be. They did a lot.
Yeah, Raven did a better job.
I think gone are the days of them communicating poorly.
Oh yeah, no, I would take a bet on that. Infinity Ward won't tweet once the game's out. By 2023, you can just unfollow Infinity Ward's Twitter. They'll never tweet again. They'll say, "Oh, patch went up." That's it. I guarantee we're going back to that. I think the good communication we've gotten for Warzone is strictly because Timmy Timmons, for all of his faults, and sorry to be abusing that phrase for some reason today, he did like to talk a lot. But I think that was like an idiosyncratic thing that he has. I don't think this represents a trend for Call of Duty. I would be shocked if we got regular communication from Infinity Ward for the next year, even 6 months. That would be amazing to me. We fell into this trap with Cold War where we were like, oh man, they're giving us so much communication pre-launch. Maybe we're going to like hear from the devs for Cold War. And then we were wrong. And then I think we fell into the same trap for Vanguard. Damn, they're talking to us a lot. Maybe that means they'll continue to. And we were wrong again. So I won't be hoodwinked again.
I don't think Vanguard's patch notes were ever good. They weren't ever very like detailed.
I'm not talking about patch notes. Although theirs were also pretty shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just mean in general, like, oh, we hear you guys on, like what Ted's doing, like to your point, where he's like, yeah, the precisions are working as intended, for example. Even though that's an insane thing to say, at least he told us that he listened.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like that they have that stance, but I'm glad that I know that that's their position.
And they're not.
Because if he hadn't said anything, then we would just be like, I don't even know if they know that precisions kill you in a rebar box inside of a steel fortress.
A rebar box. Oh,
surrounded by a Kevlar wall. Yeah. I just wouldn't even know if they know that happens. But anyway, let's get into this. So we got a blog post here. It is titled MW2 Multiplayer Overview. Everything available at launch. This was released yesterday, and it is, as they say, an overview of multiplayer.
Yeah, this is the one we talked about. We used the Patreon episode for. So there's not much here, but I wanted to put it in here anyways. We'll kind of go through it. pretty much if you played the beta at all, this blog post is pretty much useless to you. We already know all this information. It's a very basic overview. There is one thing funny in here is they list the game modes coming and they leave out kill confirmed, but in like 2 or 3 of these screenshots there's kill confirmed tags on the ground, but they never said kill confirmed was a game mode. So we're not sure if that's coming on launch, but everything else is like the normal. We're getting free for all, team deathmatch, dom, hardpoint, headquarters, control, prisoner rescue, knockout, and search and destroy, and probably kill confirmed. Gunfight. Well, I started to say gunsmith. I'm like, it's not gunsmith. So gunfight, according to Charlie Intel, is coming. The devs have said it's coming as a game mode, but just not on launch. So we'll probably see that season 1 reloaded. So maybe in like December or something we'll get that. Not sure why that's not there on launch, but whatever. And then it talks about ground war a little bit, how there's the regular ground war, there's the ground war with AI. We already know that. Let's see, anything else you see here?
Not really. Yeah, it's just that. So here are the headings: game modes, and they tell us what game modes are going to be in the game. It's everything you guys are familiar with, and the standout game modes are headquarters, control, prisoner rescue, and knockout. These were things we weren't positive were going to be in the game until 3 months ago. So none of this is new information, but just a reminder there. And then the 2 ground wars, ground war, invasion. We'll get into that. There is going to be a quick play feature, which is cool. So if you really just want to get into a game of anything, you can press that and you'll get a quick little pop.
That's what they've been doing now. So it's like that's how MW is, that's how Vanguard is. I don't remember Cold War, but there's a quick play filter. You can just hit quick play and it'll save your last settings that you chose. So like for us tomorrow night, we're going to uncheck everything except for Dom and Hardpoint, and then you hit the quick play and you search for those. They'll still have the normal featured playlist. So I'm not sure if we'll get a featured playlist off launch. Maybe there's one type of smaller map that they're going to put in like 24/7 that maybe we get tomorrow night right away. That'll be like the featured playlist. So if they add Shipment or Shoot House or something, we'll get Shoot House 24/7 as a featured playlist as well.
Another fun and exciting little change they've made that is in this blog post is Tier 1. A Tier 1 playlist is designated within a playlist name and offers a more challenging experience compared to traditional multiplayer. They say more about it. They've renamed Hardcore to Tier 1, and I don't know why. So if you're a hardcore player, and many of you probably are because you guys are super old, then don't get confused. Hardcore is still in the game, and they just called it Tier 1 now. I have no idea why. I don't know what the purpose of this is, but they've named it Tier 1.
Yeah. It's going to confuse people, I think, too, because the people that play hardcore are those like 50-plus-year-old boomers who may not even realize that it changed. And like, oh, this game doesn't have a hardcore, or what the hell? They don't have a clue. So, honestly, kind of a bad idea to change the name. Doesn't really matter a whole lot, but it may actually kind of confuse the people that usually play hardcore. The other thing, it says limited HUD elements. Isn't it usually 0 HUD? Think they changed something a little bit with hardcore this year. Maybe that's why they're changing the name. Maybe there's like a very small amount of HUD features you get.
I think, man, I don't know.
I thought you usually get absolutely
hardcore,
nothing. I'm positive you do, but
well, in hardcore, like when you call a UAV, you get your mini map for that time.
Okay, yeah, maybe they consider that.
So
I guess
it's probably exactly the same thing, yeah. And so
I think it's also funny they say a more challenging experience compared to traditional. It's not more challenging.
It's
less challenging and
and dumb. Yeah. So anyway, there you go. And then third person mode. Yeah. So then they go through the maps, core maps and battle maps. We've gone through all of that. They go through the perks. Nothing we didn't know there. Field upgrades, same shit. Kill streaks. I think we knew all the kill streaks as well. There's nothing particularly interesting here. And then they have a section called Learn New Tactics in Multiplayer. So they talk about swimming and ledge hanging. Again, doesn't matter. And then that's it. So
yeah, all the perks.
pretty uninteresting blog post there. But for those people maybe who didn't play the beta or who are just getting interested in COD, they released a blog post for those people. But if you're that casual, you're never reading blog posts anyway. So I don't know who this was for, but they released it. So there you go.
I'm kind of looking through these kill streaks real quick to make sure there's nothing like new with them, because we didn't get most of the kill streaks in the beta. I don't see if there's anything interesting, but yeah, it all sounds like normal kill streak things. Yeah, there's nothing new there. Okay.
And we'll talk more about the kill streaks once the game is out, because they're like, if we went through it now, I could tell you what's probably going to be good and bad and what's probably going to be worth taking, but it's actually hard to say. Like, for example, 8 kills. You can get an Overwatch helo. It's like a support helicopter. That can be really good or really bad, and we won't know until we have played the game. There have been choppers that just do their own thing that you call in COD games that have been really fucking strong. And then there have been the same streak for the same cost that do the same shit but are terrible. Just because they have less health, or they don't last as long, or they're really easy to shoot down, or they flare less or flare more. We don't know. So it's not really worth getting into. And so we'll eventually go over this, but we're gonna like play around with all this shit first before we do. So
yes, sir.
Yeah. So anyway, moving on, we got another blog post. This one is fun and exciting, and it is titled MW2 Progression Overview. Everything to complete before Season 1. So this is the blog post that we had alluded to last week, where they said we're going to release another blog post on progression in our launch window. This is that one. So prepare for season. So they write a bunch of dog shit. Some more dog shit. The military ranks. Unlock all base loadout items. So I don't think there's any new info here. Across multi and spec ops, as well as Warzone 2, your main progression journey begins in the military ranks. So basically you advance rank 1 through 55. Once you're 55, that stays forever between seasons. And then there will be like in-season prestige rankings. So it's the typical dogshit system we've gone over. Daily and career challenges.
Wait, so I'm confused about, does it even go higher than 55? Like in MW, it showed up to 155 because your season. I wonder if it's just going to be 55 max now.
Yeah, that doesn't seem clear.
Yeah, it's not clear at all. So that's, so everyone will be 55 in 6 days, and you won't be able to tell a difference of who's been playing the game or not. Cool. I mean, like literally just put a number, even if it doesn't prestige, just let the number keep going up. I don't understand it. I really, truly don't. Makes no sense at all.
Yeah, I agree.
They don't want to hurt people's feelings, or what, that are level 56 and someone else is like 600. Got it.
Yeah. So one thing too is there are again daily challenges and career challenges. The daily challenges are, as you would expect. Career challenges set up milestones to work toward throughout your experience in our games, granting a massive amount of XP and cosmetic rewards, such as calling cards, upon completion. So I find this very unlikely, but I want to put it out there just in case. This was one of Tanner and I's favorite aspects of Black Ops 4 was career challenges. And if you got every single one done, you would get like a 100% completionist calling card. And inside of that, there were a bunch of other cool calling cards, rewarding challenges that were cool to do, and you could like show off with them. So for example, there was a nuclear calling card, and not many people had it, and we could like rock that. You know, someone could run a 100%er calling card. That means they did everything. So getting calling cards for career challenges can be cool. If there's a career challenge to get 2015 kill streak medals, that would be cool. There will probably be something like that, but it probably won't be that good. It probably won't be as cool as BO4, and
Or Cold
The
War.
calling
even.
cards are probably going to be dog shit.
And they still won't tell us how you even earned them, I'm sure.
And that too, yes. Yeah. So this can be done really well. It can also be done very poorly. I would lean toward poorly, but it's possible that this is actually going to be pretty cool.
This is something we just haven't
throw that out there.
Talked about along with Prestige much because we did not expect it. I don't expect there to be good seasonal challenges that provide you with calling cards. I don't expect it to be like Cold War's thing where you have a progression tab and it says get 10 kill streaks, and it shows you progressing through that. When you get that, you get a calling card. In that same tier, it's like, oh, get a 20 kill streak, get 3 of those or something. If you complete all of those, you get another calling card. I am 99% sure, I'm 100% sure that'll not be in this game at all. IDub doesn't care about much of this progression stuff and calling cards usually. They spend all of their time doing other things like the gunsmith, which at the end of the day, I guess, is usually better. This was very disappointing when we didn't have this in MW 2019 because we'd always expected it, especially coming from BO4 where that challenge system was amazing, and then we got nothing in MW 19. So I'm just not expecting it this year. I'm sure it's going to be as bad as Modern Warfare 2019. I haven't seen people talking about this because it's just, you don't expect it anymore. They've just killed it. Same thing with us not expecting red dots on the minimap. It's annoying. People made a big stink about it. We just knew it wasn't going to happen, though. So it's like so unsurprising.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's not to say we aren't like deeply upset by it. Like the red dots on the minimap, that like bothers me a lot, but also I've just resigned myself to it. That's why we don't make a big stink about it, because we weren't expecting it to be in the game. And we feel the same way about career challenges. So one thing they do say about these career challenges, though, once Season 1 is live and beyond, expect there to be additional career challenges unlocked at prestige level milestones that offer more difficult objectives and XP rewards. So yeah, this won't be like BO4. Every career challenge, whatever, was like in the game on launch of BO4. They're going to be adding new ones with new seasons and shit. So they're not going to be that. They're not going to be good. But there you go. There's some more info.
Yeah, cool.
So next, weapon platforms. After reaching rank 55, you may think the progression journey is over. However, instead of ranking up, think about ranking across, as in leveling up each of the weapon platforms that can be customized in the gunsmith. That is, they can be gunsmithable. Change it. Stop.
Yikes.
All gunsmithable weapon platforms have a unique progression tree, which details every unlock within that platform. In general, leveling up a weapon platform with each of its weapons unlocks the following: platform-specific attachments. Attachments that may be shared across weapons in a platform, or assigned to only one weapon in a platform. Barrels, mags, stocks, rear grips, etc. Universal attachments. So this is going to be attachments that can be shared between other compatible weapons, muzzles, underbarrels, ammo, lasers, and optics. And then receivers, additional weapons within a weapon platform. So this is all shit we kind of knew. Wait, one thing here. Additional weapons within a weapon platform, receivers, which includes even more attachments to unlock or more receivers. I don't know if we knew that. So for example,
wait, where are you seeing this? Underneath the image? The M4 platform image or above it? Where are you reading that?
There's 2 of those, but under the first one. Above the second one.
Okay.
Receivers.
Got it.
Additional weapons within a weapon platform, which includes even more attachments to unlock or more receivers. I don't know if we knew this for sure, but what this sounds like is it's saying you level up the M4, you unlock a new receiver for the M4. You start leveling up the new receiver, and one of the unlocks in that is another receiver.
No, we knew that. Yeah, that's how the tree worked.
Okay.
That's why in order to unlock like the Lockman SMG in the beta, you had to unlock the Lockman 762 or something, and then the Lockman 556, and then the LMG or something, and then that unlocked the receiver for the MP5.
Okay.
So yeah,
there you go. Okay. Yeah. So that's cool. But yeah, I guess it's nothing we didn't already know. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. They made meta a fucking acronym. Not only is unlocking all weapons and attachments extremely important for fluidity when it comes to the MW2 and Warzone 2.0 meta, and then in parentheses, most effective tactics available. Oh, stop it. Oh, don't do that ever again. They made it an acronym. I hate it deeply. And then they say more. I'm not reading it. But I can't believe they made meta an acronym. But anyway, next.
That's actually pretty interesting because that pretty much confirms that the leaks are true, that we are getting loadouts. There's no other reason they would talk about the Warzone meta if we weren't getting loadouts brought back like Metaphor had leaked.
Well, they could just mean a meta attachment setup for a gun that you can buy, which we already knew. Right?
I guess. Yeah, kind of. We don't really know exactly how that was going to work, like what you can buy and what you can't. I don't know. Whatever.
Okay. So moving on, weapon tuning. Advanced gunsmith customization. So now this is fun and exciting. So we have an image here. We can pull this sucker up. And I'm going to read about it as we do. Reaching max level with a gunsmithable weapon will grant access to weapon tuning, allowing for further attachment customization. Once unlocked, a tune button will be present on equipped tunable attachments. Selecting this button will take you to the tuning menu. And then here we can see the tuning menu. It's on the blog post. And it looks pretty in-depth, which is very interesting. And this is a leak we had gotten from Exclusive Ace quite a while ago. And now we're getting confirmation on it. Let's see, where was I? Here you will find a radar graph representing that attachment's stats, as well as 2 sliders with opposing attributes on either end. Inching toward one attribute will generally decrease the attribute at the opposing side. So it's suggested to take great care during this process to find the tuning values that make your attachment perform at peak efficiency. For example, a barrel could have 2 sliders for weight and length. Adjusting the weight slider affects both movement speed and recoil, and adjusting the length slider affects both ADS time and damage range. Adjusting both allows for a unique combo of effects on all 4 attributes. So, going on, weapon tuning is the persistent end-game level of weapon customization. After you unlock every attachment in the game, weapon tuning is where you can experiment to find the most ideal, redundant version of each attachment for each weapon. While the changes may seem small, they could add up to make a weapon fit your ideal meta. Essentially, the sooner you unlock and explore this, the sooner you can see how it can be a complete meta game changer. So this is, exactly what Ace had said it was. It is literally 2 different sliders, and if you go to one extreme, it's at the detriment of the other extreme on that axis. And then they have like this radar graph showing how your weapon performs. So there's like damage, fire rate, range, accuracy on the ends of the circle of the radar graph. This is cool, and I will say once more what I said originally when we talked about this. I suspect that these sliders are going to have very little impact on how the weapon performs. And if you bang a slider all the way to one side versus all the way to the other side, it's going to be overall fairly minimal in terms of its impact. And what's going to be far more impactful is the attachment itself, not how it's tuned. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I would imagine this won't make a very noticeable difference in general, if I had to guess. Just so we're clear too, so like you don't just open up your gun that's max level and then just say, oh, I want to tune it for this or that. Like you select, let's say you select a rear grip that has really good recoil control, then you can go into the weapon tuning and give it even better recoil control if you want that. So it's like, it doesn't tell us which attachments, but there are numerous attachment types that will allow for weapon tuning. So like I'm sure bullets probably won't, you know, that you'll just have a type of bullet equipped, but it sounds like barrels, then I guess you could, I don't know how they make them lighter, I get, which is weird because there's already certain different lengths of barrels. I wonder if it's like literally going to change it. It probably won't. Like if it physically changes on the weapon model.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Because I really doubt they do that, which is weird. There's like lengths and stuff. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But yeah, I don't think this in general will make a big difference. It'll make a bigger difference if you're like, if you use every
ADS speed attachment possible and then tune it for even better ADS. That'll be like very, very quick compared to like a normal balanced build. But then if you do something like that, you're just going to have like a ton of recoil or something. Because the gun won't be built balanced to begin with, and then the tuning will make it even like more unbalanced. But you could have something that probably ADS is like instantly if you really want that. It's going to be terrible for most situations, but you can do a lot of different things with it. So yeah, this will be kind of this will be interesting for how it works with like the people that make loadout videos and stuff. It'll make it a lot more confusing for them of how to tune everything. If there's like, if you're using like 5 attachments and 3 of those are tunable, that's going to be weird to show people how to set it up like that, you know? And of course I think Ace said this earlier. He's like, oh wow, this year more than ever, they need the stats on the guns and they're just not giving it to us supposedly. So that's cool. It's like, great. Hey, thanks for this graph, this radar graph that probably isn't actually accurate. I would love to see the actual ADS numbers, and we won't. So again, Infinity Ward does something really cool and then doesn't give you something that is almost necessary to go alongside with it in classic Infinity Ward form.
Yeah, I agree. With that said, I think this is a cool idea, and hopefully it isn't too impactful, because if it is, it's going to be really hard to balance. But they even allude to it being not that big of a difference. They said something like, I read earlier, it will, even if it seems like a small change, it adds up or whatever, which is the way to do something like this. So that's good if true, which I suspect it will be, because they're going to want to be able to fucking balance their guns. So they're not going to make these sliders be insanely impactful. What I like about this is that, like, I've had this experience in Warzone, for example, where there's like a meta SMG. Let's say it's like an Armaguerra build. And I build the Armaguerra, the like meta Armaguerra that most people are using. And it will just be too bouncy. It'll be a little too bouncy for me. And I want it to have less bounce. The only way for me to do that is to change the fucking barrel on it. And that's like a huge change, and it makes the gun way less bouncy, but I didn't need it to be way less bouncy. I needed it to be a little less bouncy, just enough so that I can actually fucking use it. If I'm in that situation, theoretically, instead of having to change the barrel to a different barrel, I could just tune mine to have slightly slower ADS, even though I'm using all the same attachments. But through weapon tuning, I can make it have a little bit slower ADS speed, but a little bit better recoil control or recoil stabilization or something. That would be a situation in which the existence of these sliders is really, really cool. And I could see that being relevant, actually, because a lot of times there are guns where I'm like, oh, this is insane. I'm never using this setup, or what. Like, this is a controller gun. Like, this is just a controller gun. I can't use these attachments, even with sliders. That happens. But sometimes there are edge cases where I'm like, I'm just a little uncomfortable with it because it's a little too bouncy or something. And in those situations, having the weapon tuning could be potentially really good, because it'll make it usable for me. And then I don't have to drastically change how the weapon performs. So I like this in theory quite a fucking bit. And I think the probability that it will actually function that way and be useful in that manner is pretty high. So I'm quite optimistic about this, actually. I think it's going to be good because it won't be that impactful. But I'm hoping it will be just impactful enough for situations like that to occur, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I have a question, too, on what you think this means. They say, quote, weapon tuning is the persistent end-game level weapon customization. After you unlock every attachment in the game, weapon tuning is where you experiment, blah, blah. So they say every attachment in the game. So do you think you have to basically max level every gun before you can use weapon tuning on any gun? Or do you think they kind of wrote that incorrectly and they mean every attachment for like a certain gun tree, receiver tree, just one gun? Do you really think it means every single attachment in the game? Because that would mean you have to max every gun.
No, I think what they mean is once you reach max level with a particular receiver, the last unlock for that weapon / receiver is weapon tuning unlocked.
Okay.
So you can weapon tune everything else that's attached to that receiver.
So basically, then it's like you have to unlock every attachment in that gun, in that specific gun's tree, right? Is that what you're saying? So like the M4,
Yes.
you'd have to max out, basically get every attachment for all 5 of those total receivers in that category.
So for the base M4, I think you would just need to unlock every receiver it has, but you don't have to unlock all the attachments of that receiver. You just need to unlock every single M4 attachment. And then once you do, your M4 is max level, your base receiver M4 is max level. Then you can weapon tune every attachment on an M4 if you're using the base receiver M4. That's what I think that means.
I feel like that's not it, though, because they say end game customization. That would not be end game. I can have my M4 maxed in an hour. That's what this is confusing. And if it's really every single weapon attachment in the game, then this is going to be a very unutilized system because most people are not going to max every gun in the game and literally unlock every attachment. That's why something with this doesn't make sense either way. That sounds like too much. I think the best thing they could do.
That's why I don't think that's what they mean.
Yeah, but that's basically what they say, because they say
insane.
end game and then every attachment in the game. They don't say every attachment for that weapon category. I think it would make the most sense if you have to basically max out a certain weapon tree.
They do say that, don't they?
But I don't know. COD Studios say a lot of things that aren't true. You know, the head of Infinity Ward already said that bullets come out of the barrel in this game, and that's not true.
The author of this, when he was writing it, or she, whatever, might have been like thinking. They might have been in the headspace of like the person I'm talking to intends on unlocking everything. So they're not going to bother with weapon tuning for the M4, even though they can if they wanted to, because they are instead going to move on to the next gun and unlock everything before they even bother looking at weapon tuning, even though they could have along the way. That's maybe what this means. I think that is what this means, because I think it would be fucking crazy to make everyone max every gun before anyone can weapon tune. Yeah. Because even fucking Huskers doesn't have every gun max level.
Yeah.
Like in Warzone. So, like, are they going to make everyone fucking max level their, you know, bolt action marksman rifle that's a 3-shot kill before they can weapon tune their meta M4 for Warzone 2? I find that very unlikely. Even though that is, like, technically what they're saying, I don't think that's what they mean.
It's either the entire weapon tree then, or it's like every like AR basically, and then you can do it on ARs, and it's not reliant on like what.
I think it's going to be just the receiver. Every attachment attached to a receiver, and then you can weapon tune for that gun. That's what I think they mean. But typical Infinity Ward, they're being unclear. We don't know.
I mean, end game definitely does not mean that at all. All of my M4 max an hour and a half into the game. But we'll see.
But they wrote end game in quotation marks.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways.
Yeah. Anyway, regardless, I'll be unlocking everything, so I'll be able to use it. So this is cool, hopefully. Do you think, do you like the idea though? Whether you, however you unlock it, do you like the idea? Do you think it's going to matter?
Yeah. It'll make small differences here and there, yeah. I think it'll be cool, you know, make micro adjustments on guns, because like you said, there are some guns where you think like, okay, this already has really good ADS. I would rather it just, I like this setup though. This is the best setup I found with these attachments. I would just like it if like there was a little bit less recoil. And then, you know, you can do that and with the tuning and not have to change any of your other base attachments, and you get it like in that perfect little area.
Yeah. You know what else I'm thinking this would be really good for too is DMRs, like semi-auto, like an FAL.
I was thinking also things like
I would be
snipers.
fucking maxing out the recoil control so that it's very little bounce, Like, I would ruin my ADS speed to have as little bounce as possible on like an FAL.
Interesting.
Actually, I'd be willing to do that because that thing's not going to ADS that fast anyway. But if I can like slide all the sliders I can to like little recoil, so it's just fucking pinpoint BB accuracy, I would do it. Like, I think it could be really useful for something like that too. And maybe even like burst fire guns, if any of them are going to be usable,
Yeah, they won't be, but yeah.
Yeah, they won't be. They won't be. Well, I'm coping. But anyway, moving on. Next topic here, special ops, stars and kit tiers. Okay. Spec Ops, a co-op mission mode. Operators choose kits to act as in-game roles. Built around a star system. They wrote more info here and forgot to hyperlink it, by the way. Of course they did. So I think we've gone over most of this. I don't know. You can get weekly completion stars, and then you could do daily challenges in Spec Ops for additional stars. And then you spend the stars to level up your kits. That's roughly how this works. And then there are career stars. Every star earned counts towards 2 parallel systems. Career stars and kit stars. So career stars we've not heard about yet. Career stars are used to unlock rewards such as additional kits. The medic kit unlocks at 1 star, and recon unlocks at 3 in additional items. Okay, I see. So you won't be able to select any kit you want on day 1.
No, you got to grind it out. That's cool, though. Kind of gives you a reason to replay it. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I like that. While earning career stars, you will also earn stars towards the specific kit you play with during Spec Ops missions. Okay, cool. Yeah. For example, tiering up the assault kit unlocks faster loadout item usage, increased armor capacity, and free stims included in the backpack. So you can level up a kit itself, and then with stars, and then the career stars earn other things, including, additional kits themselves. So that's cool. At launch, you can only get any Spec Ops kit to tier 10 well before additional Spec Ops missions and raid becomes available during seasonal updates. You can expect those lore-revealing dossiers to be sprinkled around the 3 Spec Ops missions, with additional rewards tied to collecting them all. More intel pieces can also be found with each mission and raid that drops, part of the seasonal updates. All the lore frogs, Spec Ops is for you, for sure. Yeah.
Lore nerds.
Lore nerds. Next section here is operators.
Don't care.
Naturally unlocking the full roster. Super don't care. There's a list of them. Doesn't matter.
Here we go. We're at the exciting part now. Hey, if you're listening to this podcast, you probably enjoy Warzone, and many of you play fantasy sports. Now you can combine these two courtesy of our friends at Kolosseum. Kolosseum is a Warzone fantasy league that takes popular Warzone streamers and lets you form a team every week of up to 6 streamers while having to remain under a set salary cap. The prices of streamers change weekly, so it's up to you to decide how to build the best possible team. You can all enter the Friday freebie contest every week for free. Yes, I said free. Win up to $150 weekly just by making an account and picking your ultimate Warzone team. It's that easy. Price will start at $75 and increases by $5 up to $150 every single week. You earn fantasy points based on your team's kills and wins. The stats of all streamers are updated automatically during the Friday freebie. Wins and kills during that time span will grant you points as you face off against others in the fantasy league. You can track it all live on your Kolosseum account. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to Kolosseum.co. That's Kolosseum.co. Use code Dropshot during signup and start winning cash now in their Friday freebie league. Signups close at 7 p.m. on Friday. I just set my team for this weekend. Why don't you sign up and see how we stack up? If you're having trouble picking your squad, don't worry. Each player's total wins, top 5 finishes, score per minute, and more are all listed on the Kolosseum website during team selection. It's time to get more from Warzone streaming. Enter Kolosseum's free fantasy Warzone contest and win when your favorite streamers win. Build your dream squad now at Kolosseum.co.
And now we're at the fun and exciting part. For completionists, Camo challenges. At some point before Season 1, especially if you're among or our most dedicated players, you may think you unlocked everything in the game. You're rank 55, blah, blah, blah. Now you can get a head start on 2 of the biggest weapon progression features that could last you far beyond launch. Camo challenges and weapon mastery. Weapon camos are cosmetic patterns. Holy shit, I know. We understand that there was speculation around camo challenges. Here are the facts. MW2's camo challenge system will be streamlined significantly and will offer more rewards than in previous years. Its goal is to give you those mastery camos, gold, platinum, and more, sooner, while granting more universal base camo rewards with a longer endgame journey for proving true weapon mastery. Okay, I like the idea. That sounds good. Let's see how it's implemented. In MW2, camos are split into 2 groups. Base camos, group 1. Any weapon can equip a base camo once unlocked via a specific weapon's base camo challenge. In other words, base camos are universally unlocked across all weapons by completing a challenge on the road to a weapon's first mastery camo. There will be 180 plus unique bonus camos available at launch, with more to be added with each new weapon that comes in post-launch seasons. Okay, I'm already a little confused. Any weapon can equip a base camo once unlocked. In other words, base camos are universally unlocked across all weapons?
Yes.
Like, so if I unlock blue on a gun, I can equip a blue camo on every gun?
Yes.
Interesting.
Correct.
Okay. And they're going to add more camos when they add new weapons that you can then put on original. Okay. Okay, cool. I'll take that. Yeah, I have no problems with that so far, I don't think. And then mastery camos is the second category. These are unlocked for only a specific weapon. Okay, and have 4 unique designs: gold, platinum, polyatomic, and Orion. The gold camo challenge for each weapon is available once all of its base camo challenges are completed. Okay. Well, now okay, I get it. Okay.
Yeah, just keep reading them all. It'll make sense at the end.
The platinum camo challenge for each weapon is available once the gold camo is unlocked across a minimum number of weapons in each category. Okay. So platinum isn't every weapon in each category. It's a minimum number. That's new.
I think they're saying that because they also mention later in here somewhere. Exactly. They say later in here that like, once we add more guns, you can do it on any of them. Like, it just has to be like, if there's 10 ARs, it has to be 10 ARs. In 6 months and the gun has 16 ARs, it just has to be 10 of them.
Yeah,
that's the same as it's always been.
Can you zoom in a little bit so the text is bigger, by the way, on your stream? The polyatomic camo challenge for each weapon is available once the platinum camo is unlocked across a minimum of 51 weapons. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So that would be effectively... Well, let's just keep reading. The Orion camo is a reward for unlocking polyatomic camo across a minimum of 51 weapons. It is also automatically granted on every weapon that earns the Orion camo past its minimum requirement. Okay.
Still a little confusing, huh?
I'm still confused because that sounds like you get polyatomic and Orion at the same time. I don't understand how they're different. Polyatomic's unlocked once you get platinum camo across 51 weapons. But wouldn't that instantly give you Orion camo?
Polyatomic camo challenge. So once you get every gun platinum, then you unlock the polyatomic camo challenge. So the polyatomic camo challenge for like each gun is basically get 300 kills using platinum or something on that gun. And then that gives you polyatomics. Then you have to go back to those guns that are max.
Yeah.
Yes. And so then you'll have polyatomic for one gun, which is cool, actually. Then you can get that attachment on like just one gun. Because even that camo that we'll show in a second here is really, really fucking good looking. I almost think better looking than the mastery camo.
Yes. Okay. Okay, yeah, I quite like this. So each mastery camo is also tied to an additional challenge required for weapon mastery on each weapon, which can be done in parallel with the camo challenge journey detailed below. Note, This information may be subject to change within the game's launch window. Okay. So step 1, complete base camo challenges. Get universal camos for all weapons. So yeah, the base camo challenge system offers between 1 and 4 challenges per weapon. So take note of that, by the way. Each weapon only has 1 to 4 challenges for its base camo, but they all are different, or they can be different. And each challenge unlocks a new camo to use across all weapons. So if one of the M4 base camo challenges is to get 100 kills and you unlock green, then once you get 100 kills with your M4, you can put a green camo on any gun. That's how that works. So on launch, there will be 180 plus unique camos. Each gunsmithable weapon, that is a weapon that has attachments, in other words, not an RPG, not a knife, etc.
Not a riot
shield, has 4 base camo challenges. The first is a basic kill count challenge, which is available as soon as the weapon is unlocked.
Oh, I didn't realize that. That's fantastic.
That's really good.
That's level 0. You're already grinding out one of the 4 camo. Wow, that's fucking great. I missed that part.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
The other 3 are unlocked at specific weapon levels, roughly spaced out in thirds up to the max level. Note that none of these have specific attachment requirements, allowing you to complete these with whatever configuration you see fit. Huge dub.
Huge.
Boss man. Holy shit. Gone are the days of trying to get double kills with a semi-auto conversion kit on your P90 in Vanguard or whatever. So that's very good. However, you may find certain attachment combos more effective at completing these challenges compared to others. So far, sounds pretty good to me. What do you think, Tanner?
Agreed. Yeah. I'll get into my thoughts at the end once we cover all of it. But it is sounding very good. I didn't notice that part, that the kills start counting right away, which is a great way to do it, because it's just get X amount of kills with the AR. So unlock that at level 0, fantastic. And then as you level up higher, then you have to do some different things, which I think they'll explain here right in a minute. Yeah, we're gonna get into it right now, actually.
Yes. So, for example, the M4 has the following base camo challenges. This is their writing. The first one, get X kills with the M4, unlocks the Y camo. Next, get X kills or more kills with the M4 without reloading, Y times, unlock the Z camo. And that challenge is progressible starting at weapon level 7. Challenge 3, get X double kills with the M4, unlocks the Y camo. And you can start doing that at level 13. And then get X triple kills with the M4, unlocks the Y camo. Challenge unlocked at its max weapon level, level 20. So this is one thing that made me raise my eyebrows. The M4's max weapon level is level 20. Now this makes sense because there are so many shared attachments between the receivers and shit.
That's how it was in the beta.
That's why the weapon level's 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we thought we didn't see all the attachments in the beta, but maybe we did actually.
Well, no, we didn't, because there were a shitload of them that were still locked that you could see, but they were like they had a padlock over it.
Oh yeah.
There were a ton of optics and stuff, but yeah, those are all just, maybe instead of the base M4 giving you those optics, then you have to move on to the FTAC Recon variant receiver of the M4, and then that gives you more like the long range scopes that then you can use on the M4 once you finish that.
Yeah. This is something I had not given any thought, but it does make sense that the weapon levels are going to be way lower.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on those challenges? Kills without reloading. That's a little kind of seems weird. Almost out of I would honestly it sounds like it's going to be too easy is my thought. Like kills without reloading. Like
probably going to be 2 or more without reloading. Yeah.
Yeah. Triple kills. That could be a little annoying.
Yep.
That one I may actually be kind of worried about. And
it's unlocked at max level, which is super annoying. I would much rather that be unlocked early. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Triple kills is a lot with a gun. However, who knows how many you're going to get. And it's not like you never get triple kills with a gun. But, they say gone are the days of being forced to use attachments. But if you're making me get triple kills with an M4, you're forcing me to use extended mags. I mean,
yeah, I'm with lag. I wish that would have been like get 30
5 kills without
bloodthirsties or
dying.
something again.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I
think it would have been
didn't
a
read
better-
that too closely before. I'm not a big fan of the triple kills. But I don't know. They keep saying how they want this to be streamlined, easier, quicker. Maybe it'll be get 10 triple kills. It won't even be that many. Who knows?
Yeah, and I will still take this over every other camo system that's ever been in Call of Duty, including headshots. I think this is better than that even too. But yeah, triple kills is kind of cringe, but not the end of the world. And it will depend on how many you need to get. I don't like that it's unlocked at max level also, but
yeah,
overall, I'm still pretty happy with this.
Regardless,
this is not going to substantially change how you have to play. You don't have to mount. So like, that's fantastic.
Yeah, exactly.
Or crouch or prone or whatever.
Yeah. We talked about this in the Patreon episode that went live this morning. I'm just not sure how they are going to track the triple kills. In Vanguard, you can get a kill with a riot shield and then a kill with a gun, and that would like count as a double kill for the riot shield. If they do that in this game, a triple kill is going to be simple. Throw a Semtex or something, get 1 kill, jump around the corner, kill 2 people, boom, that's a triple kill. But if it's all with a gun, that'll take quite a bit longer. But yeah,
that's a good point.
Regardless, this will be way quicker to max out and get a gun gold than any other COD game ever. Pretty much.
I do also wonder if you have to get all 3 kills with the M4. That's going to really incentivize being a tier 1 operator, playing hardcore.
Yeah, that would make it easier, huh?
Because 3 kills in core, like a triple kill in core with 1 gun, like that's not very common.
Yeah, I mean, it's not hard to do. You just play and you'll eventually get them. But for people that maybe aren't as good and play a lot slower, that is very difficult for you to do. It could be.
Yeah.
You have to play pretty fast-paced to get triple kills.
Yeah. Now, again, I also want to add this. If this sounds like a little crazy to you, if there's enough backlash on this, they will change it. Because they wrote at the beginning, they literally wrote in all caps, note, and then exclamation point. And then they said, this information may be subject to change within the game's launch window. They might change some of these challenges if people are malding too much.
Another thing.
So they might make this like the bloodthirsty one. I think that would make way more sense. Because I think it takes more skill to get 5 kills without dying 10 times than to get 10 triple kills with an M4. Getting triple kills or sequential kills, like double, triple, whatever. There's skill involved there, obviously, but a lot of it's luck because you just need to see 3 people quickly.
Exactly. Things have to, yeah. That's something absolutely that we did talk about our Patreon episode. That'll stand true. Ground War will be much, much easier for something like that. Having so many more players on the map, everyone's, grouped up. If you played Ground War in the beta, there'd be like 15 enemies in one building. You can easily spray down a few of them because they won't be paying attention. There's so much noise and other stuff going on at the same time.
This
you can get a little flank on.
Ground War a lot more too, yeah.
And
people can be weak
specifically for that. Yeah, true.
With all the explosions, like people, like if you see a group of people, there's going to be some that tend to be weak. Because think about playing 6s. If you want to get a triple kill with an M4 in 6s, you have to kill half of the enemy team inside of 4 seconds of each other.
Yeah.
Like that's.
Things have to line up correctly. It's not just based on skill. There is a lot of luck involved there too. Yeah.
So we'll see, but still, I'll take it.
Agreed.
Unless it's get 1,000 triple kills, I'm still fine with this at the end of the day. So we're off to a great start. So you complete all those 4 challenges to unlock the M4 Gold Camo Challenge, which is the first Mastery Camo Challenge. Each non-gunsmithable weapon, which are weapons without attachments, have 1 base camo unlocked by completing a basic kill count challenge. For example, the RPG has 1 base camo challenge. Get X kills with the RPG. Unlocks the Y camo. Just completing that 1 challenge unlocks the RPG's gold camo challenge. Okay, so I do not like how they're going to do that with launchers specifically. I think this is dumb.
Why?
Because you are making people run around with RPGs trying to kill me in my lobbies. And launchers should be in the game to shoot at streaks. I would much prefer this be kill 100 kill streaks of any type and you get gold with it. I think that would be so much better, and it would make your lobbies way less toxic in this game. But instead, I'm going to be dying to RPGs because people want to get gold with it. I think it's fucking dumb.
Well, for one, that was still way worse than MW19. There were still so many different challenges where you also had to kill people, regardless.
This is still way better than MW19, of course.
And then also,
I agree.
That's specific for the RPG, which is like not a lock-on weapon. I can almost guarantee like the Joker will be like destroy 50 kill streaks. That would be There's no way they're going to make you, for every launcher they add to the game, get only kills for it. That really doesn't make any sense whatsoever. That defeats the point of the launcher, especially the lock-on ones. So I think maybe specifically for the RPG, it will be getting kills.
Well, it definitely will be for the RPG, yeah.
And then the other ones will probably be streaks or something. Or who knows, by saying kills, they could mean literally killing a guy or a streak. That's another thing, too. That would make a lot of sense. Because I would rather kill people with an RPG than shoot down streaks or shoot any streaks, because that's terrible with an RPG.
It would be way easier, yes. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So we'll see.
I guess it will depend on what the other launcher camos are. You're right. Yeah, because if any launcher requires kills, it would be the RPG. That's the one that's the launcher that you can argue is designed to like just kill people instead of streaks. So yeah, maybe. Okay, but yeah, no matter what, this is better. Even if all the launchers were get 100 kills or whatever, that would still be better than MW19's launcher challenges, of course. So yeah, that's really cool. And you can probably expect the same thing with a knife. Just get X knife kills. Like, that's fucking an hour and you'll be done with that. Like, that's really cool.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I wish they had given us an example of what the Riot Shield one's going to be, though. I'm very curious.
It's got to be just regular kills.
Just get kills, right?
It'd have to be. Mm-hmm. Like we had kind of talked about a while ago. It would be nice if it was like absorb X amount of damage when using a Riot Shield. But it's not going to be that way. That's probably a lot harder to track, harder to code. Damage values. It's easier to just say, oh, get one kill with the Riot Shield.
They would give you score in BO4 for every like 100 damage absorbed, though. So they have the technology to track it, or at least measure it.
Yeah,
you know. But yeah, this is a good question. I don't know. If it was just blocking bullets, that would be great. I think that would be better for sure. But we will see.
It won't be, but that would be better. Yeah.
Yeah. This new base camo system also applies to all post-launch weapons. If it can be edited within the gunsmith, the weapon will have 4 challenges. If it can't, it'll only have 1. That means technically each season will include new base camos to use across all weapons in addition to the weapon itself.
That's
so
awesome.
One implication of this, by the way, is that like, let's say there's a new gun that comes out and it's a lever action shotgun that you'll never use, but the new base camo for it is really fucking cool looking. You might want to go get that thing gold, get that thing gold just so you can put the new camo it came with on your meta M4 for Warzone.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
Which I kind of like. I think that's
I love
cool.
that they're doing that they're adding it in each season. So it's like, and they do say each season will include new base camo. So it won't be for every gun. It's season 1 will have this new foliage type of camo. And you know, you can unlock it by either using the SMG they add in that season or the AR they add in that season. Either one will unlock that camo. It won't. It's not going to be like a new camo type for every single gun. Well, it'd have to be, right? Because new base. Each season will include new base camos across all weapons, in addition to the weapon itself. Oh, so wait, that almost makes it sound like then you can just.
It could be every single gun is going to have a new base camo. I think that is what they mean. In fact, so if they release 2 guns, they're going to have base camo challenges for each of the guns, and each of those base camos is going to be a different camo that we have never seen before. And if you unlock gold for that gun, you can apply whatever that base camo is to all your other guns. That's what it sounds like to me. Right?
That sounds like we'd end up with way too many camos in at the end of the year. Like way too many. I don't know. I'm just thinking that sounds like too much. We already have almost
200. Right? We already have 180
Yeah, but so
plus.
when they say a base camo, that's like a variant of a camo. So that'll be like foliage, and then there's going to be like 10 different versions of that, I'm pretty sure. So that's a lot of extra camos in the game. That's why I think it's just like per season the new weapons will come with this new camo to get. I don't know, though. We'll see.
Could be either. either way, I think it's cool. I like it. So, step 2. Moving on. Unlock the gold mastery camo.
Here's your first look at gold on the screen, guys.
Yeah, here's your first look at gold, by the way. Yeah, let's talk about this. The entire gun is gold, except for the butt stock is black.
Looks fucking
amazing.
amazing.
The rubber butt pad. Looks really good in this screenshot.
Looks fantastic. Yeah. Holy shit, yeah.
Looks really solid. I like it. And it looks exactly like the gold guns you saw in the campaign. It's that camo, which is obvious. Should be obvious.
like that gold on it, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it looks clean. Looks good. And it looks good in game too, by the way.
Yeah, all the leaked videos we saw, it looks really good. It's very bright. It like really shines in game.
In that sniping mission, when you go into that little sea can, there's like the gold deagles just laying there.
Yeah.
That you could pick up. I picked one of those up. Yeah, it looks clean as fucking game too. So it looks really good. There you go. Once every base camo challenge is completed on a specific weapon, the first of its 3 mastery camo challenges becomes available. Each weapon in MW2 is the same gold camo challenge, getting a certain number of kills. 2 to 3 usually. With the here we go. With the weapon without dying a certain number of times. So that's where that is.
Oh,
so once you unlock,
okay.
So once you do all the base camo challenges for the M4, then it's going to be get 100 kills with 100 times, get 3 kills without dying to unlock gold for the M4, for example. It's going to be like that. And it says 2 to 3 usually. So it's probably going to be like 2 for like the knife and maybe the riot shield, for example, and then 3 for guns, probably is what this means.
Yeah.
So it won't go up to 5, almost certainly, because they would have said that here. And this is to cater to casuals, basically, which I'm fine with. But it is, you know what? Actually, hold on. No, I don't like this. Well, I'm fine with it, but hear me out. If one of the base camo challenges to unlock the gold challenge for the M4 is to get 100 triple kills, that's harder to do than getting 3 kills without dying 100 times.
Yeah,
because if you get a triple kill, spoiler alert, you just got 3 kills without dying. So that's kind of retarded, actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, literally, the base camo challenge is absolutely harder than the gold challenge. Like, definitionally.
Yeah.
Because it's the same as the gold challenge, but you have to do it inside of 12 seconds. It's kind of dumb. Really dumb, actually. They should swap them. Activision devs do not play their own game.
I did not. That's something else I didn't notice when I first read through all this.
Yeah. Pretty fucking dumb.
So I think basically what all these camos are sounding like, or all these challenges are sounding like, is you're going to play the way you want to play, but you're going to have to get just a lot of kills and use the gun a lot in order to max it out and get everything done for it, basically.
Yeah.
Like a lot. Because it's just all going to be kills.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's going to depend on what that number is. Very curious what that number is going to be. So, I'll say this. This is really... It's silly that the gold camo challenge is necessarily easier than one of the base camo challenges. With that said, I still think it's fine, and they're both going to be pretty easy. And again, it doesn't make you change your playstyle really very much. So I am still happy with the challenges. I just think those two should be swapped. I think that's dumb, but not a big deal. And if you would have to do them both either way to get Orion, which you do, then it doesn't really matter. So I'm still happy with this. I just think the order here is silly. So
yeah, agreed.
Anyway, doing so unlocks the gold camo for that weapon and only that weapon. At this point, you could begin with the weapon mastery journey, but you may want to unlock gold on more weapons to get the most out of weapon mastery. Or if you're wise enough, you could be doing both at the same time. ... Excuse me. Step 3. Finish a specific number of gold camo challenges in each weapon category. Get access to platinum camo challenges.
There's platinum. Also looks really good from the screenshot. Platinum never ends up looking
quite clean.
It never ends up looking very good in game, but in screenshots, I think it looks really good. It just kind of, it looks often almost like a base camo, or it has recently in the game, because it's like the color's just not interesting enough. It doesn't pop like the other ones do, but it's fine. Like I would rather use gold than platinum on every gun.
Yeah, it looks better for sure.
Yeah. But from the screenshot, it looks dope.
It looks good, yeah. Notably, I'll also say there is like a pattern to the platinum camo. So the gold camo is literally just solid gold. There's like no pattern really on it. At least not that
there
I
is.
can tell.
Yeah, there is. It's the same thing. Look at like the stock. You can really see there's a pattern on it.
The stock, you can see it, but on the
grip and the mag, it's not as obvious on the actual receiver part.
Maybe
but
it's just not as obvious.
The barrel, handguard, the grip, the mag, they all have it as well.
You know what's weird? I think this is by design. Look, it looks like there is a design to the gold camo, but it's only on the stock. And then on the platinum camo, it looks like there's a design to the camo, but everywhere except the stock.
Yeah, it's like the opposite. The rear grip doesn't have anything. The mag
I think they
kind
did that on
of
purpose.
does.
Yeah. Which I think is cool.
And it is a lot more obvious on like the handguard and the receiver part. You're right.
Yeah. So it's a way to make platinum look like something other than just a silver camo.
Yeah.
So it looks good.
That is true, yeah.
But I think that's good that they added a pattern to platinum on the receiver part itself, the most prominent part.
Yeah.
Because otherwise platinum would just be super fucking boring looking. So it's cool. Well done. Platinum camo challenges are tied to specific categories. They become available once a certain number of gold camos are earned across weapons within a category. ARs, BRs, etc. So on launch, this is going to be all of the ARs, all of the BRs, all of the SMGs to unlock platinum camos. The reason they say specific weapon, specific number is so that when they release a new AR, they're not going to make you get 8 instead of 7 guns gold now to unlock platinum. They're just going to make you do 7, even when new guns get added. Each platinum camo challenge is the same across every weapon within a category. Also, platinum camo challenges only require that you complete a minimum. Yeah, that's what I just said. Step 4. Finish a minimum of 51 platinum mastery challenges. Get access to polyatomic camo challenges. And here we have a screenshot of polyatomic.
This is personally my favorite. Let's zoom in a little bit more there. It looks so good.
It looks fucking clean. This looks nothing like atomic, first of all. No. It looks like a dark matter camo from Cold War, except there are a ton of like matte black diamonds smattered all across the dark matter purple background, and it looks fucking clean.
It looks like it's 3D is how that makes it look. It's a lot more similar to dark aether, not dark matter. It looks very similar to that in the color scheme and everything, and like the little shapes on it. It looks absolutely amazing. And it's everywhere. Again, covers the whole gun. So it's like the mag, the rear grip, the stock are black, but it also has like little purple hints to it, and the little diamonds or whatever is on there. And then like the receiver and barrel and everything is more of the purple color and not the black, but it has, aspects of black in it. It looks very, very good. I mean, this looks like a top 3 COD camo of all time, honestly. I fucking love how this looks. This is exactly the type of camo I was hoping for. Exactly. Like, they did such a good job. And Treyarch helped them with this, by the way. That was tweeted out today by one of the Treyarch devs. So that's why all the camos look so good this year. Treyarch was a big part of it. Yeah. Thank you, Treyarch.
Shout out to Treyarch for their art. So yeah, this looks really good. And again, don't be fooled by the name. This is not atomic. It looks nothing like atomic. But they called it polyatomic. But it looks much better. Yeah, it looks a lot closer to the Cold War, Dark Aether, Dark Matter ones. So once Platinum's unlocked on 51 weapons, the final camo challenge is unlocked, Polyatomic. This final mastery camo challenge is yet another challenge specific to each weapon category. For example, the M4's Polyatomic camo challenge is different compared to the RPG's Polyatomic camo challenge. Completing this challenge on a weapon unlocks the Polyatomic camo for it, and counts toward the unlock requirements for the ultimate mastery camo Orion, which we have a screenshot of here.
I'll show it in a second. And so just so we're clear, once you get every gun in the game platinum, if you don't want to go for the mastery of Orion, you can just get this camo, which again looks amazing. I think actually better than the Orion mastery on specific guns that you think you're going to use the most of, and just not even worry about the other ones. If you don't want the main mastery, you can stop here. It looks really, really, really good.
Are we thinking polyatomic camo challenge is just going to be get like 500 kills?
I hope so. Yeah, there's a little screenshot later on. There's another screenshot we get later on once we cover this last camo that kind of, I think, shows us that a little bit.
Okay. So we'll get more into it.
Yes.
So.
And here is Orion.
Orion. So Orion is like a... It's like a... You guys know that meme format where there are 4 dudes that are like a Buddha guy spirit person in space, and like the first one is like, you think the earth is round, and then the second one is like, you know the earth is flat, but you think there are no lizard people, and then the third one's like, you accept that there are lizard people and that the earth is flat, and then the fourth one is like, you are a lizard person. And each of the images next to those captions is a more absurd looking cosmic spirit god in the galaxy sky with fucking Vishnu 8 arms, like meditating, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
That picture, this is what that camo looks like. It's like this galaxy kind of looking thing. There's swirling purples and blues and oranges. It looks like an intergalactic cosmic background kind of deal.
Yeah.
But
Google space, it looks like that.
It's real spacey looking, yeah. But it's not on the whole gun like platinum or gold. So it's real colorful on the receiver itself. The magazine, the rear grip, and the stock is like an inversion. It's mostly black with little bits of color throughout. So the whole gun isn't like super colorful. Rather, just the receiver is super colorful. But the stock, the mag, and the rear grip are mostly black with a little bits of the Orion color scheme kind of sprinkled in. Which I think is a good way to do it, because it would be a little too colorful if it was the whole goddamn gun. But having the stock and the mag and the rear grip being mostly black makes it grounds the design a little more. It looks a little less like absurd and colorful. And I think it looks way better that way. And I think it looks quite good.
I think it looks really good as well. From the leaks we saw also, this is animated. Very slowly, it does not move a whole lot. Like people didn't even realize it was animated. You have to like stare at one specific part for like 3 seconds to realize, oh, it is moving. So that's true. Then this is going to be animated on launch. And also, if enough people complain, like people complained with how bad Damascus looked on launch of MW 2019 and they fixed it, made it look a lot better, I can see them changing this too. Maybe people are even like, holy shit, put it on the whole gun instead of the black. They may change it to that, or they may speed up the animation, something, but I can see that being changed because you can almost not tell that it's even animated.
Yeah.
But yeah, this looks really, really good. Again, I still prefer polyatomic, but this is an excellent looking camo. I prefer the other one so much. I think it looks so much better that they should have been swapped, honestly. But
I like polyatomic better as well.
I still love both of them. And if this one is animated and they speed up the animation, that'll also make it a little bit neater as well.
Yeah.
This one, I think, too, is one you need to see more in game. Whereas the other one, I can tell this looks amazing from an image even. This, even from the videos we saw, did look a lot better when it was when a guy was like holding it and shooting it.
Yeah, I agree. So for polyatomic, for Orion camo, there is no camo challenge. All you have to do is just get polyatomic on everything, and then you get this Orion. So it is the final camo, and it looks fucking good. So overall, very happy with the challenge system, and I'm very happy with how the camos look as well. Super clean, a huge step up from Vanguard, definitely, both in terms of how to get the mastery camo and what it looks like itself. This is a huge dub, boss man. I'm very pleased with this, for sure.
Yeah.
And you said there's a little more detail, so let's continue on.
I guess it's just this image, and this is about each gun's mastery.
Okay. So I'll read this quickly. For completionists, whether it was a later season, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Each weapon mastery challenge involves earning a set number of kills with a weapon while a specific mastery weapon camo is equipped. Okay, so now we do know that's how it works. The weapon mastery challenges are just going to be getting a raw number of kills. And for example, we have a screenshot here of FTAC Recon weapon mastery. And it shows all the challenges and how many kills you need to get. So this is a very good guide to what they're all going to look like. You unlock gold camo, and then you get 100 kills while using it. And then you've unlocked the platinum challenge. And that is going to be get 200 kills while using platinum, and then you get platinum on the FTAC Recon. 300 kills for polyatomic, and then 400 kills while... Wait, what?
No, I think this is different.
This is different,
This is confusing. Yeah, so I think this is once you unlock gold on 10 guns, then for each of those 10 guns, you get a separate mastery thing where then you use the gold on all of those 10 guns, you get 100 kills, and with that, you get those specific guns, you get a gold emblem of that gun, that M4 that you just did those extra 100 kills with the gold equip, and then you also get a calling card. You do that for everything.
So this is separate. Yeah, sorry.
So this is like post mastery, essentially. And then same thing with platinum, same thing with polyatomic, Orion. And then once you complete all 4 of those, then you get a weapon charm, which is not worth that at all. That's all they give you is a shitty weapon charm. That's terrible.
I think it's kind of dope, actually. You
think?
Yeah, I think it's kind of dope.
Okay.
I think it's kind of dope.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah,
gives you something else to grind for late game, which it does kind of say that. For
and another thing too is that it gives you something else to grind for, and also you don't have to change your play style to get it. Yeah. So if you're someone who uses an M4 all the fucking time, you're gonna get every challenge done for the M4, and you're gonna get all these mastery challenges done too, just naturally. Or at least not all of them.
Well, for certain guns that
requires you to go across. Yeah, actually. But still, I think this is cool. I like it. But it is separate from the camo progression. These are like weapon mastery challenges. And each one gives you an emblem and calling cards. You get a gold M4 and a gold calling card once you get 100 kills while using gold with that gun. And then platinum, etc., etc., etc. So that's cool. So yeah, we still don't know actually what like the platinum camo challenge will be.
Yeah.
Specifically. But okay, so yeah, overall, what are your thoughts on all this?
So when I first saw it, I was honestly a little disappointed because my initial thought was, oh damn, this means way more people are going to get master camo. It's going to be less interesting when half the lobby is running around with it. But after reading this a little bit more and seeing like that there are more challenges than when I skimmed over it first, I thought these kills was part of it. I thought like once you got basically all of the other camos done, then you just got like another 100 kills and that gave you gold. So that's not the case at all. So this will take longer than I originally thought. I think the system's good. It is definitely, it's one of those things again that seems confusing on paper. Once we play it and get a gun gold, we'll understand it entirely. Very simple, and we'll see what all the exactly what you have to do for platinum and all that.
It's very
so
simple,
this is
actually,
still
yeah.
I think the challenges. The more I think about it, I don't think it's going to necessarily save you a bunch of time compared to past camo challenges necessarily. it's just going to be, you can play how you want and just get the kills
You won't
and
want to
everything.
fucking kill yourself while you do it. Yeah.
Like, you're not going to have to get attacker kills with a Joker anymore, but you're probably still going to have to use that Joker launcher quite a bit doing other things, just hopefully not dog shit like that. So I'm not sure, reading it now, if it's really going to be that much faster. It will be faster, but I was thinking this would like maybe cut the time in half. It's still going to take a long time. It's just less bullshit challenges is what it seems like, which is really good at the end of the day. And more than anything, I think the camos they designed this year are perfect. Even the base camos, which we didn't really talk about, and they showed some images in here. So many of those look really good. Really, really good. Everything, the detail and all of it's amazing. So I'm very happy, very pleased with all of this. It gives me, it's that like last thing I needed to push the hype over the edge before launch. And hearing that I don't have to do, hanging ledge, upside down headshots in hardcore with a pistol that has a magazine of 2 and get triple kills with that 2-round magazine.
Yeah.
That excites me more. That's like, oh, great. I can just, for the most part, play how I want, set my guns up how I want, and get my weapons maxed out and, completed that way. So I think it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, I think this is fantastic. I agree. And I'm with you. I never wanted the camo grind to be, the mastery grind to be faster. I just wanted it to be less dog shit. And that is kind of exactly what they did.
Yeah.
It's probably going to take a comparable amount of hours played to get the mastery camo in this game as it did in Vanguard, for example, or MW 2019. The difference will be, instead of queuing for hardcore, hoping for double kills with my riot shield like a fucking asshole, I can just have fun the entire time and just worry about killing shit, which is what you should want to do in a Call of Duty multiplayer game, right? And that will progress me toward the camo I want. So the amount of hours could be the same. It could even take longer and I'd be fine with it, because I won't have to like dramatically change my play style and play in a totally unnatural, unfun way while I'm doing it, even if it's going to, again, take just as long. I think that's fucking awesome. I think it's really great. The only real issue I have is, so first of all, we still don't know what the platinum challenge is going to be, for example. So we'll see what that is, but it's probably just going to be get a lot of kills. I would imagine. It's going to be something like that. It's going to be that, or get double kills, or get kill streaks. It's probably going to be one of those 3 things, and all of which I'm fine with.
Yeah. Regardless, you can, for the most part, the main thing is run around and use the gun how you want, versus like, in MW19 and other things, you had to worry about your crouch kills, your mounted kills, and you got to a certain point and it was 0 attachment kills. So it's like, all right, let me take all the attachments off and also try to get crouching mounted kills the same. It was so much you had to focus on. Whereas this year, it sounds like you can just play however you want with the attachments and gun setup that you like, play whatever mode you want, and you could be able to get the camos.
Absolutely.
Just as long as you play enough.
Exactly. Which is really, really exactly what they should have done, which I'm very deeply pleased with. Because at the end of the day, what does it mean to like master a weapon in a Call of Duty arcade shooter? Be able to kill people a lot with it. And to be able to kill them without dying. And these are the challenges. So that's really fucking good. Really cool. My only issue, which is kind of a nitpick, is that the base camo should not be harder. The base challenge for the M4 should not be harder than the gold challenge, but it strictly is, by logically, necessarily. It is harder to get triple kills than to get 3 kills without dying. Necessarily, that's true.
Yeah, I agree.
Deductively, that's true.
Someone who's bad at the game is going to get 3 kills without dying from camping. They're not going to get triple kills playing that way at all, ever. Yeah,
exactly. And getting a triple kill is also getting 3 kills without dying. So I don't know why the fuck they did that. They need to, if I was them, to do as little work as possible, swap the challenges. Make the triple kills the gold challenge, make the 3 kills without dying the last base camo challenge. That makes way more sense. But other than that, that's a nitpick. I'm so pleased with this. It is above and beyond the best camo challenge system ever in a Call of Duty game, in my opinion. I'm very fucking pleased with this. And it was very cringe when you almost had a gun gold, but you had 4 different camo types that you needed to unlock. And it's like, okay, fuck. I need 3 more crouch kills. I need 5 more mounted kills. I need 1 more long shot. okay, fuck. You get a kill, you get a camo unlocked. You're like, okay, shit, which one was that again? And then you'd have to like try and remember what other things you need to do. It was so cringe and dumb. And now it's like, yeah, I can just play and then I'll get it.
Yeah.
It's so fantastic. So yeah, I'm super fucking pleased with this. And then the mastery emblems and calling card shit, I think that's cool too, because just get a bunch of kills while using a camo, and then you unlock a nice little emblem, calling card, and then if you do them all, you get a weapon charm. I think that's very cool too, and I'm very happy with that.
Yeah.
So there you go. And then the end of this blog post here, recap your 20-day mission at launch. It just kind of recapping the rest of the blog post. So that is it. So the biggest thing there by far, the weapon mastery shit, which I am, again, super fucking happy with. Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
So good intel there. Next, we got another little blog post from iDub this time. That last one was technically from CallOfDuty.com. This one's from Infinity Ward, the lead dev on this game. So they say some dog shit about they like that they got feedback and they care. They don't. But they say a couple interesting things. Enemy visibility. This is the biggest thing in this article, in my opinion. We have added diamond icons above the heads of enemies. Huge!
That is huge. That's really big.
Fat dub, boss man. This should make it easier for players to clearly identify opponents in the game. Massive, massive, huge change. I am very excited about this. This is going to make it infinitely easier to see people. If you guys remember playing Cold War multiplayer, you had to run the flashlight attachment in that game on the cartel map to see people in bushes. It was a required attachment. And the reason for that was running the flashlight attachment put diamonds above enemy players' heads. And it dramatically improves visibility.
I thought it just like showed their name from further away or something, didn't it?
Nope,
didn't Cold War show names?
I think if you were aiming right at them, it did.
Okay.
But you would get diamonds even if you're not aiming at them when you use the flashlight. So it made the flashlight necessary. I think the map was called Cartel.
Yeah, terrible map.
So now there's just going to be diamonds by default. This is so fucking big. This is going to be really good for multiplayer, and it's also going to be really good for Warzone. More important for Warzone. I'm fucking thrilled with this. I think this is excellent. The diamonds are not going to be super obnoxious or intrusive. They're probably going to look the same as the Cold War diamonds. It's just some little indication where it's like, hey, there's a guy here.
Yeah.
And I'm super pleased. And also, like, if you think this is like too unrealistic or whatever, the thing is, if you were actually the guy that you're playing as in the game and there was a guy in front of you, you would definitely see him. You might not see him at the computer, but in real life, you would see the guy. So the diamond is just like, it's giving you information that were you actually there, you would already have anyway, which is that there's some dude there. So this is perfect. I'm so fucking pleased with this.
Yeah.
And it's not like the obnoxious Black Ops 4 health bar above everyone's name. That's very immersion breaking and obvious. It's a diamond, which makes the visibility clear enough without being too intrusive. I fucking love this. I'm so glad they did this.
Yeah, this was an excellent change. This was something everyone complained about.
Yeah.
And they did something about it.
This is going to be really, really fucking good. And I'm really excited to see that in the game. They also say they've continued to tweak lighting and contrast, for improved enemy visibility. Next, audio. We've shortened the overall range of footstep audio, which will allow enemy players to get closer to targets before they're able to detect footsteps. We've also continued to tweak teammate footstep audio, which will now be quieter following feedback from the beta. We'll see how that sounds. I guess I'm fine with this.
Yeah.
It'll make search and destroy playable. The in-world activation sound effect volume range for the dead silence field upgrade has been drastically decreased. So yeah, when you activated Deady in the beta, there'd be like a ping that fucking everyone on the map could hear, so they knew you activated it. They've reduced the range on that.
Yeah.
Which is probably good.
It should be gone entirely.
Dead silence. Yeah, exactly.
It shouldn't. There's no reason for that sound cue at all. It's ridiculous, really.
I agree. I don't know what purpose it serves. Because because now it's like, if I'm close enough to hear the ping, I would have heard you running up to me before you even activated the dead silence. What's the point of the ping now? Yeah, it's pretty dumb. So whatever. Third person, it won't ADS anymore. We've already gone over that. They're going to do more weapon balancing, they've also said. So that's fine. UI. We've been working hard on numerous updates to our UI that make accessing and customizing your loadout more seamless. That's really good. That was one of my big complaints. We've made improvements to navigation of menus and will continue to optimize our UX. Their UI. I don't know why they use them both. This is obviously needed. We will see what they can do, but
yeah,
no amount of change can hurt the UI worse than it is now. So
it's already JGod or someone. They had a screenshot somewhere. I saw one of the guys tweet out. Maybe it was Charlie Intel. But now all at the top, there's different menus. Like at the main menu, there was like, home, loadouts or something, and different buttons, versus before it was like you had to click on some little weird image that then brought up another drop down of a bunch of settings that you had to like. It was just very weird. Basically now it's more how it should have been and how it's always been, just like you click on a menu that takes you exactly to what that is and doesn't give you another drop down, which you click another button which then opens another page that gives you another 3 drop downs. It's nothing like, it seems a lot simpler now.
Okay, good.
And obviously how it should have been. Obviously.
Yeah. Next is movement. Slide, ledge hang, and dive have been further refined. We've also addressed some movement exploits following beta. So those movement exploits probably means dolphin diving off a roof. You can't fucking flying squirrel around anymore. That needs to happen, and we all expected that to be changed. So I don't know what else they could maybe mean by that, but there's one thing. That could mean the slide cancel that everyone's coping and seething and holding on to for life is now gone. Don't know. And then also, slide has been refined. Could that mean we can shoot while sliding now? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what exactly that's going to entail in game, but
yeah,
this could potentially be big. We don't know right now.
Yeah.
So there you go. And then matchmaking, we've implemented some changes that aim to reduce lobby disbandment between matches. We look forward to testing this at a large scale and getting feedback. I don't care. So yeah, overall, good. Everything's good there. Diamonds above player's head, huge. Audio, I guess, is fine. It'll make search playable, which is the main reason they had to do all those audio changes. And then the slide refinement is going to be interesting to see what that means.
Yeah.
For sure. So, yeah.
They didn't mention jumping at all. They could have left that out because I know how in the beta you couldn't like double jump and people are saying shit about it. Or not in the beta, in the campaign.
In the campaign,
so
yeah.
I'm certain that was just the campaign. I went back last night after I updated my NVIDIA driver just to like start replaying one of the missions to see if my frames were better. And it was just like, there's so many weird restrictions in campaign. I could hardly move. I was like, yeah, it's obvious the double jump has nothing to do with the multi. Like you can barely sprint in campaign. Like some missions, they just hold you back. So I'm not worried about that.
Did your frames improve, by the way?
Yes, but I also wasn't streaming, whereas before I was streaming. I don't remember that specific mission, but I was getting way better. I was like 200 or so, whereas
I should
before,
do it too.
Yeah, I did DDU and uninstalled the old one and restarted my PC and then installed the new one.
I'll do that right now. So, okay, cool. So yeah, overall, good little blog post. Mainly the diamonds above the head. I'm very fucking happy about that. I'm so goddamn excited. But anyway, before we close out here, one more item. Charlie Intel tweeted a few days ago, data miners have found that Grand Prix map is returning in MW2, and they're now calling it Crown Raceway.
Yeah.
So we went over, there was the little scandal. They scrubbed the internet of the Grand Prix map, and people were wondering if it was ever going to come back. And it will be coming back, and they're just renaming it Crown Raceway. This is definitely some shit they didn't buy the rights for, but they still want to use the map, so they're renaming it.
Yeah, it was
Cool.
a licensing thing. So they just probably had to go through and change all the little details in the map that said, I don't even remember what it was called. I think it was Marina Bay Grand Prix. So they've just gone through and gotten rid of all of those little names everywhere on the map, I'm sure. And otherwise it'll be the same layout and everything.
Correct. So yeah, if you were excited for that map based on the CDL players' feedback and they loved it, then rejoice, because it's coming back. It's just going to be a different name. So there you go.
Yeah.
Anything else, Tanner? Someone said Infinity Ward tweeted something. Is this launch update what they tweeted?
It was that, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So that's it. We got one more fucking day, boys and girls. One more day till the game launches. Everything today that I've heard makes me even more excited than before. I mean, this is a great day for Call of Duty because this camo system is miles better than I could have ever dreamed it would have been. And putting little diamonds above players' heads solves my visibility concerns. It solves them. It doesn't help, it solves them. I will no longer not see people I should see in the video game ever again for Warzone 2 or multiplayer. And the joy I experience knowing that is indescribable. That is so huge. That is one of my top 3 complaints about MW19. And what made that such an unfun experience a lot of times was not seeing people I should be able to see. I don't have to worry about that anymore. All they needed to do was put a stupid little diamond. I'm so happy about that.
Shit little diamond, yeah.
And I'm so excited to start the camo grind too, because it won't be dog shit. It's just going to be about fucking fragging, dude. So I'm very pleased. This is all great news for me. I'm so excited, man. So excited.
Yeah.
So.
Cool.
Other than that, anything to add, Tanner?
Nope.
That is
GG's. See you tomorrow.
GG's, no re. Excited. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Reminder, YouTube stream on Saturday. Gameplay stream tomorrow evening. We'll go live around 8 p.m. Pacific time. Get ready to launch and fucking play into the evening. And it's going to be fun. So go there. Go to thedropshot.com. Find links to everything. Go to our Twitter. You can see the schedule. In our Discord's the schedule as well. Tomorrow we'll be streaming on Twitch. So you can go to thedropshot.com/live. And then on Saturday, once again, we're streaming on YouTube on the Dropshot Podcast YouTube channel. So make sure you're subbed there. Noties on for our first impressions podcast this Saturday. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Patreon.com/thedropshot. Bonus eps, early access, and ad-free eps. Check it out. Best way to support the show. Stay humble.
Stay humble.